Oh, we back with another one, man. How y'all doing? Happy Labor Day to you guys. Happy Labor Day to you. Hopefully you got a beautiful display of food for you in the afternoon. I don't know what you're doing today, but I want you to tap in today, man. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to come on, and we're gonna talk about today's rant, relationship rant, man. Why am I competing with Usher? I got a real big problem when it comes down to the NFL when they do what they doing to relationships out here, man. Ooh, something just hit. All right. Let me see. That's what it is. Hey guys, I'm gonna have you give me about 30 seconds, man. We're gonna get on this. Hello. Yes, sir. Making sure we got some power in the battery, man. Almost lost the audio. So, hey, man, football season is approaching, guys. Football season is approaching. And I'm nervous. I'm flat out scared. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. I'm not nervous because I think my team isn't going to do well. Nah. I'm not nervous because I think Tom Brady's going to unretire because he's horrible at it. I'm nervous for the simple fact of the Super Bowl and the halftime show. We're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it. So, when it comes down to it, man, last night, let's go through it. We need context, right? Why am I nervous about the halftime show? I don't know if you're a husband. I keep hearing this beep, low battery, which is ridiculous. Give me 1 second, fellas, ladies and gents. There we go. All right. If you're a husband and you watch the game, or you have a spouse and you watched the Super Bowl last year, you know who it was. It was Usher. It was the one and only, the greatest. Halftime performance is what they called it. Well, a lot of women called it that. But if you were a husband and you were sitting there watching the game and you're excited for the actual action, and your wife, she don't even watch football. That's not even her thing. She prefers to do other things while you guys are in the living room enjoying the mayhem of men. Damn, what am I doing, man? This is getting crazy. Sorry, guys, I keep hearing a beep in my headphones. Let me take these headphones off. And you're in there watching the game with your fellas, and your wife is doing other things until the halftime show comes up, right? Until the halftime show is on. That's when everybody's in the living room. That's when you're in there and you're enjoying this thing. This is not going well. I'm trying to tell this story, and this thing is not hitting the way I wanted to hit. Well, anyway, during last year's halftime show, I got a chance to see something that I never thought that I would see or feel the way I felt when I seen it. My wife sat down and came into the room during the halftime show where me and my daughters were sitting there watching the game because of the Taylor Swift thing, right? And she was excited. She doesn't like football. She doesn't even know the difference between a first down and a field goal. Let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest. But this halftime show was different. She had to see it. And why was that? It was because your boy, your mans, Usher Raymond, And I was like, all right, cool. Usher's going to put on a dope halftime show. I was thinking it was going to be magnificent. Then it began. It began. And it was magnificent. But I didn't really get a chance to enjoy it because I'm sitting there watching it and it got started and that was cool. And then I look over to my spouse, my beautiful wife, and she damn near in tears. Actually, she ain't even sitting next to me. She's on the dance floor. She's in the middle of the living room like it's a dance floor, bobbing and going left and right. And that was actually a text from my guy. He's actually the reason why I made this stream. Now, she's going left and right. She's jumping up and down, jumping for joy, screaming like a 13-year-old kid watching their crush on stage, taking off his shirt, gyrating and shit. Yeah, I'm a little upset about it. I am a little salty about it, but it's all good. But that's what was happening. And I felt some type of way. It was one thing to see the season be highlighted from Taylor Swift being in the stands. Every kid, every young lady or daughter in the world is now watching football, and not because of football. Every time you watch a game, they're showing highlights of Taylor Swift instead of highlights of whatever action was happening. So guys are already feeling a little different type of way. We got a little kiss on the cheek when the fact that you realize like, oh, your daughter's actually engaged or she's in the room with you and she's, spending time with you on this beautiful Sunday. But, that was something I could handle. They got my daughter. The NFL got my daughter. That was cool. But when they took my wife, because that's what it feels like. It feels like, the NFL didn't want to just take my daughter from me. They wanted to also take my wife. I'm watching the game and it's no longer about the game, I felt some type of way. And the reason why I'm ranting about this moment, this thing that happened, is for a very particular reason. Last night, I got a chance to spend some time with my wife. In the past 2 nights, actually, we've been watching movies, man. We've been watching movies. That's what we've been doing. We've been watching movies. Yesterday, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, we watched Hands of Stone. And the only reason I realized my wife was watching it with me was because Usher Raymond was in it. He played Sugar Ray Leonard in the Roberto Duran biopic. And, it was so funny because I was asked if she want to watch a movie with me. Usher's in it. That's how I knew she would watch it. And she was like, oh, I'm a boxing fan. You ain't never watched boxing a day in your life, woman. You don't know the difference between Sugar Ray Leonard and Bubblegum Shrimp. You would think both of them were heavyweight champions if I told you. Only one of them are. Can you pick, baby? If you're watching, do you know which one it is? Well, anyway, I'm watching the Roberto Duran biopic, right? And she wants to watch because she's a boxing fan, but it's really just because Usher Raymond's in there with his shirt off. So she sat down and watched it with me. It was cool. It was all right. I knew the fact that she wanted to watch it because this gentleman was in the movie. But she watched it and she enjoyed the actual movie. She thought it was a movie. It was really a documentation of his life, but okay, whatever. Well, the next day comes and she comes to me as I'm working in the bedroom trying to chop up some of these streams, and she asked, do you want to watch a movie? I'm like, oh, baby, you want to spend some time with me? Of course I want to watch a movie with you. When I first met my wife, that was our thing. We would watch movies together. We would, she enjoyed movies like or other movies like, had Omar Epps in it, Josh Hartnett, Usher Raymond, your boy from Magic Mike, Tatum, whatever his name is, right? Channing, whatever his name is. And, these were movies that she picked, always had these guys in it. I'm talking to the wrong camera, always had these men in it. And now those are the movies she wanted to watch. And it was okay. I watch them with her. But I realized she wasn't watching for the movie, she was watching for the character. Okay, cool, fine. Well, last night when she asked me to watch a movie, I'm thinking it was, for us to spend quality time together. But it was, but also who was in this movie? Josh Hartnett. Josh Hartnett is like my wife's like crush. It's not just Usher, it's Josh. So he was in this horrible movie that we watched, and I'm not saying it's horrible because he was in it. It just wasn't a good movie. And the movie is called Trap. I don't know if you guys have been hearing about it. Spoiler alert, because you don't need to spend $20 to watch this piece of crap. It's about a movie about a guy taking his daughter to this like Taylor Swift type of musician. His daughter wants to go see this concert. He takes her to the concert. And the FBI was notified that the serial killer that they're chasing is going to be at this concert. So what they did was try to trap the serial killer in the concert so they can finally catch him. Well, Josh Hartnett was the guy who was starting in it. All right, cool. All right. So we're watching this movie, and it was bad acting to me. I'm not a big fan of watching something that doesn't hit the caliber of that it needs. Like I have a standard. This felt like a Lifetime movie that I was watching, and I also just didn't like it because I knew she was only watching it because of this actor was in it. I've been getting jelly, bro. I've been real jelly. And we're going to talk about that too. But we continue watching the movie, and it went down. It got worse. It went from bad to worse. And I seen her, frolicking over this young gentleman, and I'm sitting there talking crap the whole time. But we're watching the movie, and it hit me. Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel some type of way because my wife's attention ain't on me? It's not a her problem, it's a me problem. It was something that I don't like it, man. I don't like when my wife is excited about another man. Even if it's not like a romantic type of situation, but it's like I know she appreciates the look of these guys. Me and my wife are very secure when it comes down to our relationship. So this is just me talking crap about the people she enjoys, and me being jelly about it. But it really goes deeper than that, because I think nothing comes from nothing. This feeling is exposing itself, and it stems from something. And I realized that when I was younger, I was in a relationship with a woman who was very flirtatious and would give her attention to anybody willing to give it. And in that relationship, she was not faithful. So in my mind, I think I took that situation and put it on any other relationship I was in, and where if you're giving someone else your attention, obviously you want to be with them. And we know as mature adults that is not the case. That at least you should know. And if you don't, there's some other things you need to uncover. But I realize because of that situation, I feel I may be wrong, but that is where that stems from. Why does the attention need to be on me? I have actresses that I thoroughly enjoy, such as Salma Hayek, such as Holly Berry, such as, the list goes on, right? I don't watch movies particularly for them, but having that star in the movie does make that movie more attractive to me, right? And I had to show empathy. I deploy empathy. She enjoys these movies because there's certain actors that she particularly likes to look at. That's her thing, and kudos to her. And also, like, shame on me. Shame on me for not enduring that sit down, even though I fucking hated it, man. I was like a little punk, you know. The movie wasn't that bad. Let me just put that out there. I was talking crap on the movie. The only reason I'm talking crap on the movie is because my wife likes it because this man's in it. But it wasn't that bad. So if you do get a chance, watch Trap. If you don't like it, it's probably because your wife is in love with Josh. That's it. But it was funny because this morning I got a chance to go to the coffee shop and talk to my friend Caleb. And we talked about what happened yesterday, and we also talked about the Super Bowl and how it was so uncomfortable sitting through the halftime show, man. That was one of the most uncomfortable situations I ever had watching a football game. You know, you look over to your significant other and they're so excited to be seeing this man take off his shirt and moonwalk across his stage, and they don't even care about the football game. They're jumping up and down, and they hot and bothered. You know what it feels like. Do you know what it feels like to see your significant other, the love of your life, forget about you in the moment and drool over another man? Like, that's a tough fucking situation. And you know who I blame? I blame the NFL. You're getting all this smoke. You ungrateful bastards. I'm going to talk my shit to you now. How dare you take our game? And you know what I mean. I'm talking about the men. That was the only, we get 1 day a week. And half of that we got to split with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do Jesus and then we do football. That's our Sunday. That's the only day of the week where we get our time. And then you're going to bring my kids into that situation the moment that I get the chance to sit and relax with nobody bothering me after a long week of work and catering to you needy children and family, and I got to get my me time, and you snatch that away from me? You snatch it away from me, you give it, you're just like, you know what, you can't have that time. This is how I feel. I feel like you are mad at me for having that time. So you say, I'm going to punish you by bringing your kids in the living room. The day that that moment you're supposed to have by yourself, the day that they're not supposed to be there and not supposed to bother me, and you think it was a good idea to take a children's version of how we feel of Michael Jackson, that's how they feel of Taylor Swift, take someone like that and put them on the screen 90% of the time during a game? We're here to watch the game. I don't give a damn about what Taylor Swift is singing or how she's trying to imitate someone dancing on stage because she knows she can't dance. You just did that to bring the eyes of our kids in the room and bother us, man. I feel betrayed. I thought we were in this together. I thought I thought we were on the same team. I'm talking to you, NFL. I thought we were on the same team, but obviously we're not. And there's one thing to do that. I can stomach that, you know? I can stomach you taking my moment and making me split it with my young daughters. What I can't stomach is you trying to take my wife from me, man. Yeah, you know, the majority of the people who watch the halftime show are men. Let's just put that out there. There is a grand scale, like there's a big difference between the population of people that watch the game that are women and the people that watch the game that are men. You bring an Usher on the stage to take off his shirt and all sweaty. You know what? This is how much it means to me. It is September, bro. And we're talking about January. We're talking damn near half a year ago. More than a half a year ago. More than 9 months ago. And I'm still hot about it. I'm still jelly about it. It's still affecting me. and the season is approaching, and I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous that I can't trust the moves that you guys are going to make this game enjoyable. You're going to bring this man on stage to dance like that in front of my wife? I'm just talking crap, man. I do feel some type of way about it, but it's a thing. But we on here, man. We out here. This is a podcast about nothing where we Besides that, guys, happy Labor Day. I'm just on here talking crap. I felt like I didn't have really a show planned, but I wanted to really get in some reps on this streaming service, right? This streaming platform. And also wanted to tell you guys that I have started a page dedicated to this stream, and that has been interesting. So yeah, we started off with me just ranting about losing my wife to Usher, that horrible human being. That's his target market. I don't think Usher, truthfully, he goes to sleep at night with a smile on his face, knowing that your wife is thinking about him. Yeah, I'm gonna say it out loud. No one else will, but I will. The man is a freak. You know what I'm saying? It's in his music. His music is a true extension of who he is. He's trying to take your lady. I'm on here all jelly. But it's Labor Day, man. I wanted to come down here and have a fun stream. I wanted to sit down, talk crap with you. I wanted to talk crap on the NFL for their horrible strategic plan to bring the whole family in the living room instead of just having it as father time. I know I'm probably going to get canceled for saying that, but we did have something. You took it away from us, man. You took it away. You don't see them putting pro wrestling on Lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be interesting. Imagine that. Imagine you and your girls are sitting there and you invite them over to watch Lifetime. And instead of you watching this damn movie that makes you jerk a tear, they put on pro wrestling. They mix that into their formula. How about that? Wouldn't that be fun? Think about that, ladies. Would you love that? Because that's how we feel. Shit. That's how we feel. I feel like I've been betrayed. I feel like I've been stabbed in the back by a best friend. NFL, you should be ashamed of yourself. No, I'm just kidding with you. I'm not kidding, but I got to say I'm kidding to make it publicly acceptable that you guys messed up on that one. But football season is back. It's here. It's here. I don't know how your team is doing. I know I got a Boston Red Sox hat on, but I'm not a Boston fan when it comes down to it. I do enjoy competition. I enjoy competition everywhere except for in my relationship. Which, because of the NFL, I'm competing for attention during the halftime show. Like, I be feeling jelly. I don't know what they plan on doing this year. Actually, I also blame Jay-Z. I think he's in charge of this whole music sector when it comes to the halftime show that has been splitting families apart now that you guys chose to, bring on heartthrobs from the 90s to dance with no shirt on and gyrate, moonwalk across the stage and shit. But it has been good football lately. I do enjoy I got to give the NFL their flowers somewhere. And I think when it comes to competition, not being at the height of it, it's really cool. But also I do feel weird because to be this concerned with this situation, I haven't really been watching football as much as I used to. when I've been on this journey to, become something more than what I was. It's weird because I feel like I'm praised. Like, think of a football jersey. You're wearing someone's work uniform. I don't like have a particular janitor that I love so much that I want to wear his uniform out and be proud about it, right? Like we are like praising, nah, damn it, I'm doing it again. Usher's that halftime show has tarnished my belief in the NFL's ability to capture my attention in a positive way, in a way that I'm used to feeling. And now I'm trying to, they say excuses sound best to those making them. I think I'm making an excuse to hate on you when I say stuff like that. I'm a man and I enjoy football. I enjoy having those moments with my fellas and that bromance that happens. And now I got to call it a family romance because everybody's in the room. I'm losing territory over here. That's what I feel like. I feel like you invaded my country and you're pillaging all my land. Let's call it what it is. And there's a lot of other guys that feel like that. If you look at your man right next to you and he's hearing this stream, he's smiling on the inside. There's a tear of joy that is leaking on the side of his face because he knows I'm talking the truth. But we love you. We love you, ladies. And it was a kiss on the cheek. My favorite, even though it wasn't my favorite halftime moment last year, I can say at the end of the game, I was really excited that my daughter, even though she came to watch Taylor Swift, I did a stream about this earlier in the week. She came to watch Taylor Swift. It was very heartwarming that she actually enjoyed football, and that was the only way I think she could find it. They did get a new fan, and it wasn't just about Taylor Swift. My daughter was watching, I watch a lot of football documentaries, and she'll sit down and watch it with me and actually be engaged to the point where she stopped asking questions. She's just watching it, which has been a beautiful thing. It has been. It has been a beautiful thing. It's been one of those things that at the end of the game, I remember when Kansas City won, because she was on Kansas City's side, but when they won, she was jumping up and down for joy. They stopped showing Taylor at the fourth quarter, really. But my daughter was jumping up and down for joy because she was able to cheer for a team and see them almost lose and win. It was a moment. I even picked her up and did the whole, cheer thing, where she was on the shoulder. I was just lifting her above my shoulders, excited, jumping up and down for joy. It was a hell of a moment. So I do appreciate that. But we know you never see the same game twice. You never get the same feeling twice. Watching, football, but you do identify, oh, I felt similar to this before, but you'll never see the same game twice. So I'm just nervous for the upcoming season to see if they're going to actually use football to promote football or try to find another way to market it. And it did feel a little dirty using that relationship to push the sport forward, but I understand that we're in a new world, and my train of thought, my way of thinking may be just outdated, and I'm just jelly about that. But if that is the way it's going to move forward, that's the way it's going to move forward. I just got to get it off somewhere, and this is the perfect place to do it for me. So that's what I'm doing. Besides that, this is the first stream of the day, and this is Koryo Chai, and this is a podcast about nothing, and I'm hoping that there's something in this that you can take to make your today's better than your tomorrows, or your tomorrows better than your todays. I don't know if there's any useful information in here. besides things that probably will get me canceled for being honest about. But if there is, take it, utilize it. Power, they say knowledge is power. I say that's incorrect. Use knowledge as power. So taking information and utilizing it in your day to day is what this podcast is about. You can gather maybe ideas and directions you can navigate here. You won't find any answers, but you will find a different train of thought maybe if you can identify something in here that'll help you move forward. That is the goal. That is the goal. Besides that, we're 30 minutes in. I want to keep these short because it's Labor Day. I want to spend some time with my family, time with my wife, obviously. I need to do that and try to mend this broken home because of Usher and Josh Hartnett. Thank you guys, you damn heartthrobs. Why do you got to be so goddamn gorgeous? And women love you. We be jelly, man. I don't care. If you go see a movie and you're hopping up and down, if your man doesn't feel some type of way, I don't know if he loves you. I am confident in myself. I am confident in myself. I am secure when it comes to my relationship with my wife. That's a bond that can never be broken. But we do be feeling some type of way, man. And I obviously just hit me that y'all do too. You think about it, sex sells, right? And that's, if you want to really get the attention of a man, throw a woman in a bikini on the cover of it, and they'll be ripping and running. That's why I think twerk videos are so popular. That's why, they say 30% of the internet is occupied by like XXX websites, porn websites, which is crazy. That the internet, the majority of the energy that is utilized to run the internet is geared towards those type of websites. It's really wild, man. Really wild how sex sells. So if you do want to sell something in this world, it's horrible to say, but there's an effective marketing in that content, So I think that's enough of a rant for today. And I'm getting... And I think that's enough of a rant, and I think I'm getting enough phone calls and text messages telling me to stop, which to me tells me to keep going forward because I must be striking a few chords. But if you're on here and you don't know, this is a podcast about nothing with your boy Corey Ochai. Hopefully you're having a grand Labor Day, because today is Labor Day, man. And hopefully you ain't got no labor to do. Hopefully you get a day to chill out, relax with your family like I'm about to do. I'm ending this stream and I'm going to spend some time with the wife and kids. You should do the same. Appreciate your lady, appreciate your man, and appreciate their celebrity crush is what I'm really going to end this with. Because, come on. Is it really that important? It's kind of nothing. It is kind of nothing. Even though we feel something, everything about this stream really doesn't matter. My wife is happy. And I'm glad to have her. And I'm glad that those things still mean something to her. The way that she looked at that screen during the Super Bowl, she looks at me the same way, even more. I hate to tell you, Usher, I give you a run for your money. And I got her. She's the best woman that ever exists in this universe. And I mean that. And she's with me. So, I won. And this is another podcast about nothing with your boy Corey Ochai. And I'm out, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, share. If you're on any other platform and you see this content, it's probably stolen. But it doesn't matter. As long as you're getting it, it's only the thing that matters. Hopefully you got a message out of this. I'm out.